Apathy Lad has to say, I've been watching My Hero Academia as well. I'm curious to know what other recommendations you've gotten. You should go with One Punch Man at some point. So people are excited that you're getting into the animes.
Were they?
Yeah.
Thorbon gave me a whole list, and I have to scroll back pretty far in Twitter to find that, and I tried to look for it. It was ones that I've heard of before. Oh, Full Metal Alchemy was one, and I think that was next on Ty's list. But... we've been watching.
How about Cowboy Bebop? I watched that.
That's an old
one.
That was
good. Yeah, so
it's not really. I don't remember that being very kid friendly either.
Oh, I'm sure it isn't. I don't know.
No, this is really funny. Like literally, like Mrs. Chief. Now we all watch it as a family. My Hero Academia, and it's funny. It's just it's funny and it's entertaining for adults and children. And watching it in Japanese is a real treat, I think, for Mrs. GB and Ty to be able to share that, and they will.
What about that Castlevania cartoon? That's fun for them. What about that?
Yeah, not quite. I think season 2's coming out soon now for that.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to. I like season 2.
It was good. It was fun.
I did not.
You didn't? I mean, I fell asleep a little bit for like one of the episodes, but other than that, one episode
felt like it was trying too hard for me.
Yeah, okay, it evened out a little. I thought
that's fine. I'm sure it's fantastic. I don't think anime is my thing. Although I did grab the entire first season of Dragon Ball Z for free on Xbox Live because it was free.
It is nice to be able to watch with native Japanese speakers, because they will tell you when the subtitles are not translated properly.
Are we officially doing Watch This Bitches now?
Yeah, we're right in there, baby.
Okay, just checking.
Bitches. Yeah, at one point, All Might was telling the kid that he had to squeeze his. According to the subtitles, it said you must squeeze your buttocks and sing to your heart or something like that. But the actual Japanese was you have to clench your rectum. So you need those details. Those are important details. Two different things. Anyway, what do we got in Watch This Bitches? Anybody else watch the Sacha Baron Cohen show, Who is America?
I watched one clip so far.
Which clip?
When he dressed up as the Israeli soldier with the gun people.
That was just unbelievable.
With 4-year-olds have guns?
But not to mention, he did not look like a real person. Like his face looked plasticky and frozen.
I mean, they probably don't. If you're not expecting that, I could see how you wouldn't see it. But then again, I've never really sat next to someone wearing that much prosthetics. Oh my God.
And he walked, but like the way he moved, he walked like an action figure. It was, and of course the things he was saying were ridiculous. I don't know. The show was, I yelled at one point. I thought it for sure I woke up Ty, but it's definitely a very fast half hour of entertainment. Who is America? It's on Showtime, which luckily my father has. So, woohoo!
I have Showtime.
Shipwreck's not going to watch it.
I have no way of watching it. I watched that same clip.
Oh, well, the whole show was really good.
Sure.
Very funny.
I'm sure it's fine. It's fine, but I already know what the show is.
I know, but it's still amazing what people say. And it's not all politics, too. It's like, there's some straight up weird shit in there. Anyway, we went to see Ant-Man last weekend.
What'd you think?
It was a lot of fun.
I'm going to see it this weekend.
Cool.
Awesome.
Be prepared,
Yes.
like Wombat mentioned, to not think about what's happening too hard and just go, ooh, ah, when things get bigger and smaller. That's pretty much the way to watch that movie.
Just roll with it. It'll save you a headache.
Yeah. And stick around for the post-credits scenes.
Sure. I always do.
Just one. Don't wait for the post-set
I'll probably watch them all.
Oh, really?
I'm already sitting there.
I know, but the credits are so long. So many special effects.
I'm good. What else am I going to be doing?
I'll say this much. I had to pee so badly when that movie ended.
See?
So I peed while the credits were rolling, and that worked. That worked.
Oh, but you missed. So. You mean you don't need to see the post one?
No, I didn't miss any of the credit scenes.
Just the first one is all you need to see.
The first one is worth watching. The second one was kind of lame.
Right. If you want to end on a happy note, just leave as soon as the movie ends.
Stop it.
All right.
Mr. Talks Too Much.
No.
You still watching the Luke Cage?
We're still watching Luke Cage. I like. We're having a lot of fun with it. It's not like super fantastic or anything, but compared to the most recent Marvel Netflix shows, it's probably at the top somehow. Which is, I sort of feel weird saying it because there's a lot of weird stuff going on.
It's a better paced season. It feels like.
Yeah,
it felt like to me.
Maybe. And there's like a nice mix of action in there usually. And I do like the villain. I do like Bushmaster, despite the fact he's got a ridiculous name. The actor's awesome, though. I love the casting is just fantastic. I'm mesmerized by that guy's face. I don't know. He's like so handsome, and there's a lot going on his head, basically. Bushmaster.
And he kind of looks like the comic book character, like they found someone who looks like the comic book Bushmaster, but they also but someone who could play the part, and look like the guy. I don't know how they. He
looks a little larger than life. His face somehow looks larger than life. I don't know. I really how to describe it, and plus, I like the character. It's a good character. I did. I did convince Mrs. Cheapy to download the Airhorn app, and we were firing them off, and Ty came down and busted the door open. He's like, "What's going on in here with the air horns?" And he was sleeping. So we woke him up with the air horns. So we don't do that anymore. But it's good. Luke Cage, good job. Good job, everybody. But I'm not done yet. And I still don't like Shades, really.
You're not supposed to.
I just don't like his character. I don't feel like it's a well-developed character somehow. I'm not sure what I don't like about him, but something...
I don't know either.
Something about him, I don't know. He doesn't do that much either. He talks a lot.
Have you gotten to the episode with Iron Fist yet?
No.
Okay.
No. But we must be close because I think we're getting near the end.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say that one's in the middle of the season.
At Koch Comics writes in and asks, anything you missed or skipped this television season but decided to watch this month?
This month? No. I keep thinking that maybe I'll finally watch Supergirl because it's on Netflix and downloadable.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll watch that on the train. But then every time I look at it, I'm like, eh.
Yeah, I think that's too adolescent-y for you.
I've gotten so lukewarm on those CW shows in general, which is really a bummer because I really liked them for a while. Even The Flash, which I was a big fan of. As I mentioned previously on the show, I didn't even finish the season. I just skipped to the last episode to see how it wrapped up because I'd watched the first half of the season. And again, it's sort of falling into that Marvel trap where they're stretching out one storyline way too long. And if it's not that interesting a storyline or that compelling of a supervillain, I don't care about DeVoe. I never did. He was never interesting. And yet they made that a full season. And I don't understand how those people. I don't understand it.
Might as well
concentrated more on Belle and Biv.
Exactly. That's more clever than anything said on that entire season.
Which show?
The Flash.
Yeah, we stopped watching it a long time ago. We started watching. I don't know if it's this. I guess it's this season. We started watching the most recent season of Humans, which is the show about the robots. It's like I don't know, Westworld without the violence and more realistic, I guess. Or that was Detroit Become Human. It's like that, but a TV show. It's on Amazon Prime Video. So we started watching that. It's good. Still good. No commercials. I don't know if this was Read This Bitches or Watch This Bitches, but you probably know Wombat. At Carl Kramer asks for our thoughts and comments on the Batman/Catwoman non-wedding.
I didn't read it.
That's a comic.
It's a comic. Yeah, it was a big
comic,
deal.
But I didn't read it.
Right. I saw it at the comic store. That's as far as I got.
Okay, so we don't know.
My comic store had a whole, setup for this Batman Catwoman.
Wow.
Thing.
Wow. I saw there was a Batwoman TV show or something coming to CW.
Yeah, that's coming. Kathy Kane. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, again, if it's good, then it just needs to be good. You could tell me they're making a show about Bawana Beast. If it's good, I'm on board.
Bawana Beast.
I don't care who the character is. Just make it good. The most interesting character on The Flash this season for me, I thought, was Elongated Man. I've been saying for years, before he was even on this, an idea on Flash, that Elongated Man would make a great TV series, even though it's a dumb character.
Did he give himself that name?
No, he didn't.
Good.
But the old traditionally in the comic books, he was a private detective and he solved mysteries with his wife, and that makes.
Did his wife give him that name?
Yeah, exactly. But you could plug that into a TV show format pretty easily.
But does he stretch around all the time? It sounds expensive to make a TV show like that.
Yeah. Well, that's the other, I guess. In the comics, his powers come and go, so I guess they could kind of get away with it.
Happens
that way,
to everybody.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Right. They only.
Man.
It sounds weak. A little weak.
Who gave him this name? I gotta know.
I think he's been around since the 60s. So
elongated.
He just showed up, and when's the first time somebody called him Elongated Man?
It was a professor somewhere. He was an English professor. And he said, "Look at that elongated man over there."
Elongated. Look at that. You start typing in elong, and the first thing that comes up is elongated.
Penis?
Ralph Dibny, the elongated man.
His name is Wealth?
Ralph.
Oh, Ralph.
Ralph Dibny. You've never heard of Ralph Dibny?
No.
Ralph and Sue Dibny?
I'm more of a Plastic Man type of guy.
His first appearance was in Flash 112 on May 12th, 1960.
It's been around.
He's been around for a long time.
Good.
Yeah, I know.
Looks like Plastic Man.
Plastic Man's a lot more fun, I'm sure.
Plastic Man is more fun. Plastic Man's like the jokey character, and Elongated Man just solves mysteries.
And has a huge penis.
And has a gigantic penis.
Engorged Man was his original name.
Engorged Man, yeah. That's what they were going to call him. And they're like,
That's a little blue.
The comics code may not let us do that.
How about Man with Giant Schlong? No, that's not quite right. Extra large in the pants, man?
Yes.
Perfect.
Does he at least have like a nickname? This seems like way too long of a name for people to shout out.
EM?
Need his help.
Do they call him EM for short? Well, I guess Wombat doesn't read a lot of Elongated
Right.
Man.
He doesn't know enough information about. He claimed to know a lot about Elongated Man, but he doesn't know any of the answers to these questions.
That's what they called, yes. And his wife was Sue Dibny, and she was killed by the Atom's wife when the Atom's wife shrunk down super small and stepped on her brain.
Ew. That's not nice.
Gross.
Just once?
Just once.
That's all it takes. It was a big stomp, probably.
Yeah.
Ew. Gross.